No, I'm sorry for coming late. The lady who told me off. I apologize. I just wanted to say that I think for my work in Finland, I was working for African Care. There's a different sets of different immigrants. And I was working with a lot of Muslim women, especially the Somalis. And I would just like to say there is that, I agree with everybody, there is that thing that there is no information seeping through to the immigrants. But there's also immigrants that, my experience was that women do want to do sport. It's not a question that they don't, but that the facilities were not enough. Because for us, we were running this swimming club, and we had too many women that we decided to even take it off the website, so they won't see that we have these classes, so the ones that make it, because the swimming pool was too small for everybody to come. So, and then you have these women saying that we want to go to the gym, and we had problems trying to get this gym for this, specifically for these Muslim women to have a session. It was so hard, it took us over a year, and I'm told that they haven't done it, they haven't still succeeded. So I just want to get this notion that, okay, people don't have access, but there's African women, immigrant women do want to play sport, but there's also this problem of facilities, and facilities wanting to open up to immigrant women. I mean, just to bend over to the religious or whatever needs. So I think that is also a big problem in Finland, that we need more facilities that are open, not only just to open for the Muslim women, even to mix. Some people don't want to give you that session. Thank you.
I think she touched a good point. It's also, yes, I'm getting back to you. There's a thing I've heard and I've come to learn through different activities in Monaliiku, for example, that there are also sections of migrant people that people tend to stay with their own kind. It's easy if you speak the language, if you're of same religion, and then rather than organizing for everybody, you have to focus on these subgroups of different backgrounds. I don't know, I think that's when we go back to Mikaela's point of gradually changing. Then if you start with having those Somali women go to gym, and maybe then you'll have another group where they can be integrated. Yeah.
My name is Rusica Bliznakova, and I'm an immigrant woman living in Finland already 6 years. And I want to talk from my experience, even though maybe what I have to say is not valid for every country, but I think it's valid for Finland. Finland is one of the most tolerant countries around the world, but Finland is not ready yet with the plan, with the vision, how to integrate immigrants, and especially women. It has less experience than, for example, neighboring Sweden and other countries which have more history of immigration. And this is also one of the problems also about engaging women, immigrant women in sport. I have been through the integration courses through the employment office, and I know that many immigrant women in Finland, and many immigrants in general, find this it's something shameful to visit these courses, but I have to say they have helped me very much, and I have learned the language, and I am by now, I should say, fully integrated. But there was one problem in these courses as well. I noticed that many of my classmates didn't have any hobbies at all. Not only sport, but no hobbies at all. Have you been painting sometimes in your life? No. Would you like to try now? I don't know, maybe not. and the same, it was with sport. I asked the teacher, can we organize a sport day? And the teacher said that the company who is arranging this course doesn't have the funding for this sport day. Okay, but the same company has the funding to make a trip day around Finland, which is actually a shopping trip. We're just visiting some shops, and oh yeah, some museum, like it's more like the lunch break today. It's like one hour of the whole day. This was the visit of the museum, and the whole day was shopping. So the company is funding this, but it's not funding a sport day. to meet Finnish sports. I can say in my country, Bulgaria, we have so limited variety of sport disciplines, and many of the sports that the Finns practicing here were totally unknown for me when I came. It's good to get acquainted with these disciplines, but every first time for everything is so scary. I don't think that many immigrant women will go voluntarily, okay, let's try this now. But as a part of a course, as a part of meeting the Finnish culture, for example, this might be easier for them. If it's part of school, okay, today we have sport and we learn a few words in Finnish. This might help the learning of the language, and this might help their activity, physical activity as well. So for me, this is important to integrate sport in the program of integrating immigrant women in Finland.
That's a good idea.
It's very good to see passionate people on the right topic, and I can see that we have the audience here, and we could change anybody in the panel, and we could take the audience here.
Yeah, I can continue a little bit from that. Through our experiences, that's the best way to learn the language, and the language is the first thing to acculturate. So that's definitely the best thing to learn through sport.
Before I let the panelists go, one last question. Any best practices or good practices that you've done in involving or getting immigrant women or migrant women within your activities? It doesn't have to be in Finland, it can be anywhere. Any good advices, last minute tips?
Okay, I would like that to how integrate girls to do some sports. Mothers should come to the practice with the daughters, and the daughter see the example from the mother, and automatically, all her life should be very active in sports.
Like in my group, I have so many. When you are coming to the sporting ground, you have to bring your children, and if not, I would like. There's a lot of things has changed anyway in Vescola with the women. I talk to them. You have to do sport, and you have to like. Let us go with the children. Let the kids come. Let the children come and play. They say, "Oh, the children have something to do." I say, "No." And one thing I have experienced or gained from them, being in the sporting activities, it helps you mentally. It really changes you. Physically, it's like if you are depressed and coming like 2 hours, just 2 hours, having fun. You go home, the next day they will call you, "Hey, I'm so happy. What happened today?" So then I will tell them, I say, "Hey, let us continue. Remember that I'm dealing with different people. I'm the only, my country, my state I'm from, just the only Liberian, we are just two families. And the whole group, like, they are all different background, different culture. So I have to like go down before like coming up with them. Dealing with a different culture is so hard to deal with, but I like it and I love it. So the language group, not only sitting in classroom, finish lesson, like what this lady was saying. Organizing sport will make them to learn the language more fastly. Like this gone time, I was biking, I was having the biking course in US Scholar. One other girl was telling her, she's from Somalia, she's just 3 months here. So I told her, Alakato Alas, Alakato Alas. So they always call me Alakato Alas. Yeah, don't look down, don't look down. So when they see me, Alakato Alas. So, you know, it helps. So she said, what I mean, Alakato Alas. So, you know, we learn from one another. I hope Finland will really give opportunity for us to be somebody in the future. Seriously.
Great points. I would just like to add, I think also getting these same immigrant background women into coaching. Being the coaches, I think that would
make it also easier for the women then to come to join the groups, be it an intercultural group or just a homogeneous group. I do feel if the coaches are also of like adding to being like peer support, but also having these women in these leading coaching positions, I think that would also attract migrant women into absolutely,
Okay,
because then
one
they would
last
have
comment
role
before
models in that sense.
we move on.
Yep.
Okay, my name is Pilar Valdivia. I'm from Colombia, and I've been working with sport for many, many years, more than 10 years, with immigrant women and Finnish women. I have got a master's degree from the Helsinki University in languages. But because I love sport, doing sports, I've been doing all kinds of sports, also in Finland. I got international things, but no one wants me. No one's taking me into consideration. And I can say I've been an example for many, many Latin women, African women, and Finnish women. Because I don't give me the 20 years old ladies, they can go somewhere. Give me the women of my age, because they need to be empowered. They are afraid of movement, and we need to be healthy. But Finland doesn't want me. I've been here, I was in Germany, they took me everywhere. So come on, I'm here, take me, use me.
That's true.
You know, anyone we need, take the immigrant.
If I continue a little bit with the higher,
I just want to
Okay.
add some comment. Well, I have to say that there have been big improvement in Finland. You have no idea what Finland was 20 years ago. So for those of you who are just giving an example of 3, 4, 5, 6 years, we came here over 20 years ago. And believe me, what you have is a gold, what you have. So I would say, let's keep encouraging ourselves and do more. Let's get involved and stop complaining, because Finland has done a fantastic job.
Yeah, and the last sentence, I guess, if I continue with the higher, with the fun and the joy and the happiness, I think that's the best motivator for everyone. And the topic, one of the topic here in a congress is the move me. So if I say move me, I can say take care of me. So if I move you, I take care of you.
Exactly.
That was the perfect ending. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the panelists.
Thank you.
We'll move on with the program. We have our Canadian, Finnish, half Swiss, Pia Prohowski, coming up with some facts and figures.